So, Priscilla, where are you in this space? Tell us what Enterprise is doing.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. It's great to be here, and thank you for including Enterprise. So I agree completely with Zach, and I will say that I'm sure you saw, Mr. President, that last week the UN's Intergovernmental Climate Change Panel came out with their report, and it was alarming. Basically, it's telling us that all the time we had to mitigate climate risk, that we're running out of time. So I think the timing of this conversation is incredibly important. And it's based on the climate reality. I mean, last year we had 20 extreme climate events. It cost the US government $145 billion. As Secretary Fudge said earlier, and you in your prior panel, it's low-income communities, those living in poverty across the globe that are the hardest hit, take the longest to recover. Then the other finding, which is very in sync with what Enterprise is doing, is that in addition to cutting emissions to meet all the goals that are being set across the world, we also have to adapt. And that they called it the adaptation gap. And what does that mean? That's a lot of the work that Enterprise is doing is, so we work in the multifamily real estate space. In this country, a third of the households are renters. 60% of them are low income. Their cost burden, people of color, as Secretary Fudge mentioned, tend to be renters, not homeowners. So we're very much focused on the affordable housing industry to make sure that the industry, but also the residents that we serve, are not left behind. So adaptation is very important because the housing that they're living in is 40 years old. It can't withstand these extreme climate events.